Girl, look. Vital tracking skills. Look at it. These are wild chocolate chips. Delicious. Hi friends, my name is Kenton Whitman, and together with my family, we aim to share wilderness skills, mindfulness practices, wild edible plants, family adventures, and skills that break you free from the limits of civilized life. Join us by subscribing to our channel and joining our YouTube family. Hey friends! There was a video request on tracking and how we can get to know the seasons better when we're tracking. This is not that video yet. I hope to still do it before the snow flies. Girls, we're gonna have to be pretty loud. We have weather coming and we're jumping on this opportunity before the weather hits to get out and do some filming. We have wind though, so hopefully you'll be able to hear us over the ambient wind sound. Tracking has so much to do with perception. And today, I'm hoping that we can teach you a simple method to open up your awareness and perception. This is something we did at ReWild U. It's kind of a trick that helps us, I'm not going to say instantaneously, but very quickly to be able to be better trackers. And it's really good for people that don't have any tracking experience at all. What we're doing with this technique is we are attuning our perception in a direction that we want it to go. So we live in a culture where basically our perception, our focus is decided for us by other people. Ads, movies, all these things, they have, media in general, is all about taking our focus and putting it where other people want it. When someone controls our perception, it's very easy to control our actions. Yeah. Trying to see what I'm saying there? Yeah, so if I can get you looking at certain things, you might start to want those things, you might start to buy those things, and that's going to make my pocketbook fatter. So, when we go out into nature, we're taking control of our perception or our focus again. And it doesn't happen necessarily automatically unless we spend a lot of time out in nature, because our mind will just still be wandering over all the stuff of our civilized life. But if we go out and we deliberately do exercises, practices like this one, we can start to take our perception, put it where we want it, and it opens up whole worlds of experience out in the woods or the desert or the beach, the shoreline, wherever nature is for you. Yeah. Today we are going to learn how to attune ourselves to leaves, disruptions in leaves. And what this allows us to do is, as we're walking through the woods, to see where people or animals have moved. This isn't about looking at tracks underneath. Yes, we can get under those leaves and look at those tracks. That's not what we're going to look at today. We're just going to train our perception to see disruptions in leaves so that we can see trails through the woods. What we're looking at out here is an expanse of leaves. And girls, what I'm going to have you do is we're going to have you go through this process of opening up this tracking vision so that everybody can go on that journey with you. And then you could, of course, do this yourself with your family, your friends, or you can even do this solo if you want. So we're going to look out at these leaves, and then I'm going to have you close your eyes, and I'm going to scuff a little path out here. And I'm going to do it a little subtly so that maybe you won't see it. No shame if you don't see it. And then we're going to go open up our perception and come back and look here and see if you can see it. Maybe you'll see it right away though. You guys are pretty perceptive.
What would you do if you were just solo doing this? How would you make yourself a path or something?
Yeah, good question. So you don't necessarily have to hide it from yourself as we're going to do here. This is going to be a fun way to see it in action if you don't see it right away, which again, they might. But if we're going to do it solo, I'm going to stand here, I'm going to scuff a little path, and then step back and look at it. I'm going to do that 5 or 6 times, and that's going to wake up that sense. This is a really simple process of getting our eyes to see shapes, colors. In this case, we're going to see a little bit of darkness where leaves turn over. And it might seem, how are we going to see that? Because right now it's just a chaos. And seeing something inside of chaos can seem impossible sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're going to see what we can do.
All right.
All right, close your eyes. Plug your ears too. And hum. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look out at those leaves, and if you can tell me where I walked. I made a little circuit from one tree to another tree to another tree.
Okay.
And let's see if it's visible to us.
Okay, it looks like you went between kind of those two trees right there. It almost like there's a little path right up there.
Okay.
Maybe kind of like that.
Is that what you're seeing? Do you agree, or do you think it's different?
I see it going up here. And maybe up here.
And what I'm going to have you do is come back here and actually walk it. So we'll see if we can go out, do this exercise. We'll see if it helps. To set this up in our perceptual minds, we're going to do 4 or 5 scuffs. And I'm going to start with one that's going to seem completely obvious to you guys.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get more and more subtle. And you can watch this process in action if you want. So I'm going to start here. When I first scuff, I'm going to scuff And if you step around and you look, you guys can see that really well, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're watching, hopefully you can see that too. So I'm going to show the last one about how much you'd scuff. And then if you're going to do this on your own, you just would fill in number 2, 3, 4. It's gradients up to this most subtle one. So this is going to be the most subtle one. Usually we'd be taking people one by one, but you girls are already out in the woods all the time. You're very attuned. I'm just going to draw a circle out here. I'm just going to walk it and see if after I walk it, you can see that pattern in the leaves.
Should we close your eyes or?
No, you can watch. You can watch. You just tell me if you see it.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
So, plain as day if your eyes are attuned to it.
Oh, yeah.
If your eyes aren't, not at all.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
So often I've been coming out when you guys have your forest school with your friends and trying to sneak up on you guys. One of the first things I do out here is I can see where you guys have gone because of this.
Those things are not doing this, right?
Yeah, you're making really obvious ones. So let's go back to our original place and see if you can walk the exact line that I walked.
All right.
Challenge?
Yeah.
Are you both? You want to walk together, kind of? Okay, wait. Okay. You girls ready? That's where I started.
Okay.
Go ahead and walk the path. All right, so you came back. The only part you guys missed
Was.
right up here. Can you see it? Came up to here. See that? And then down there. Wanted to point out something that Liliana just was pointing out, and that's that the leaves also can show us in a different way where things are. So she's noticing that there is a deer path that goes through here. And she's seen that because you can probably see it. It's a little more golden. I'm going to run my finger along it. Maybe I can draw a line along it. It's a little more golden than the rest of the area. Leaves collect in that space of the deer path, the path itself remains kind of pure and golden.
I feel like you can almost see kind of the depression of it too.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of the lay
So
of the
it's
land
pretty
there, that
much-
depression.
So it's kind of similar slightly too.
And that's exactly what the leaves are gravitating to, kind of falling into that depression and collecting.
Yeah.
Okay, last challenge. We'll try a medium scuff
Okay.
again, and you guys plug your ears, close your eyes, and then we'll go for it. Okay. Oh, oh. All right. So started right in front of you,
Okay.
and I kind of started off in this direction. From there, can you guys see it? Remember to look from back there. Let your eyes just look over it. You might be able to see the whole pattern. Oh, I wish people could have seen that shift in your face. Did you see it?
It's so hard after you come out to walk.
Yeah, I know. We should do it one at a time. That's a good point that Liliana pointed out, is that this is best to do one person being the seeker at a time. Otherwise, it's hard to, yeah. So the way to play this game, because this is a fun game you can play, is have one person close their eyes, plug their ears, another person goes out and traces the path, stops, calls out to them loud enough they can hear, and then they try to come to you following the exact path that you took. And you might see, again, I wish people could have seen that look on your
I was
face.
like,
Looked, and then boom, you saw it. Yeah. Any thoughts about this exercise or how it might apply to the rest of life? Or
it's so fun.
it's fun?
Oh yeah. Kind of helps you teach you to look at things, not just the outer layer. You gotta look carefully. You know, I could just say there's some leaves. Otherwise, you can see a path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing we do with learning to perceive mushrooms, wild edibles,
Yeah.
the other kinds of tracking we do, tree species.
Yeah.
That all opens up once we start to take command of our perception a little bit and learn to direct it and focus it consciously.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to hear your ideas about other places in life where perception opens up doors of experience, or where perception can kind of control what is available to us in the world. Kind of the same thing
Yeah.
in both cases, but reflect on that. It'd be really cool to hear your thoughts, your ideas, your philosophies. All right, thanks girls, coming out and demoing.
So fun. Thanks for calling us out.
Love to y'all.